Hi guys, I'm Jim, and back by popular demand, this is Jim's Fixit shop. And I mean, there's been a lot of popular demand. I put out a few videos trying to explain why and what I was going to do as far as my channel. And I've got a lot of upset viewers. I guess I should switch that from viewers to friends. First off, John, I've got your flannel on. It's pretty hot outside here in Michigan, but it's cool in here because I over-insulated this building when I put it up. And so I got my flannel on just for you. I think it was John. I've got so many emails, I cannot keep them straight. John from Ireland and Freddie, you didn't tell me where you're from, Freddie, but they both come up with, well, and a few other guys have come up with this idea of they want me to sell t-shirts with, I guess, Jim's Fixit shop on it, and some kind of phrase about snappers. I don't know who would want to wear one or buy one besides me and maybe these two guys, but let me know what you think. I'm just gonna, that's up to you guys. Van Diesel, too much drama. I like that comment you made. Yeah, it has been. And I've realized that I've got to just get rid of these guys that are heckling us. And I found out that I can, Big Brain Johnson told me, you can block them guys. I didn't know I could get rid of them that easy. So we're going to start blocking them. Numa, I believe that's how you pronounce his first name, but I'm pretty sure I'm ruining that. The guy that works at Snapper. Turns out that he may be an asset to us. He's come up with a way we can date our machines. That is a big question. All you guys have sent me is, how old is my machine? Serial numbers don't help. When Snapper was bought out from, I think it was Simplicity, bought it first, and then Briggs & Stratton bought it from them. Briggs & Stratton uploaded some of the records on some data files, and all the hard copies were destroyed. And he don't know if he can get access to any of the files for serial numbers for dating. He did come up with a way for some blocks of dates off of this series number, whatever series yours is. And he sent me a list starting from, I think, back to the Comets to present day. And it's in here, but I just can't get it out of here and in there. So, me and technology, it don't get along too good. So when I get to work Monday, I'll have Big Brain Johnson suck it out of here so I can upload it to you guys. You can try and figure out roughly how old your machines are. I have some suggestions here from you friends of videos you want. I got one here that says putting tubes in tires. The tires are pretty small, they're pretty stiff, and they're hard to get off the rims. The first thing I do when I get any tractor, snowblower, is I take the tires off, I take them down to a place here in town. It's a family owned. It's called Smith Tires. They put tubes in for me. Tubes are anywhere from $7 to $12, depending on the size of your tractor. I have an Ingersoll with 16-inch tires that are about 10 inches wide. I think they're around $12, $15. They put them in. Tell me, and let me tell you, the couple of guys that are borrowing these tires, yeah, they're big boys. So I take them down there and I pay the man to do it. So as far as putting tubes in your tires, we might be able to check that one off. I hire that done. The rest of these, we're going to be picking them off and doing videos as soon as I got to get this deck done. This is not my bench top. These are the deck posts for the deck, and I got to get the hand railing on. And then we're going to start doing videos. I've had at the bottom of these last 3 videos in the comment section, I've had 231 comments. I pretty much read them all, and I'm not real big on reading because that usually puts me to sleep. I've had over 300 emails, and everyone is almost identical. I mean, you don't really have to read them all. You all want the videos back up, which they are. They're back in place. And you want me to keep making videos. I can't argue with 531 people. Somebody out there must know something that I don't. But from now on, I guess when I get any problems or bad comments, I'm going to erase them and block them. My dad told me a long time ago when I worked with him, he said, son, there's 2 reasons that somebody in this world is going to pick on something you're doing or something you have. And the first one you may be able to work around. The second one, chances are you won't. He said, son, the 2 reasons is jealousy or stupidity. And if you think about it, it stands to reason that's just about the right answer. So we're going to go on. I'm going to make as many videos as I can. I have to finish the boss's snapper. We're going to continue to tear that apart. The next thing is I'm going to tear the rear case apart. Excuse me. And we're going to open up the chain case and open up the differential. And I will show you what that snapper double-aught grease looks like when it gets old. A viewer sent me a picture of a chain case he opened up, and I forwarded that to Numa, and he couldn't believe that was a chain case that something wasn't added to that made that grease get that bad. I've got a picture of it in here somewhere he sent me. Maybe I can get you to see this. This is the inside of the chain case. Get the glare off it. When he opened it up. Now that to me does not look like it's going to move around and do any lubrication when that thing is turning. And the differentials inside look just like that. Now, like I said, I sent him a picture and he said, well, I can't believe someone didn't put something in there because it was low and they wanted to fill the fluid level up and they put the wrong stuff in and when it mixed, it turned thick. Well, I don't know how many of these things he's tore apart, but every single one I've opened up looks exactly like that one. That stuff just, it turns to grease. Somebody told me they bought some to put in their machine after they got done rebuilding it. And he said, I squirt some in a cup. And he says it looked more like pudding than it did oil. He said it was very thick. He said you squirt that stuff in a cup and you tip it, and it did move, but very slowly. I want something thinner in there that's going to get spread around and actually lubricate the way it's supposed to. Now he said when your cork gaskets start to get old and dried out, well, if they had lubrication on them constantly, like gear lube, they wouldn't dry out. But when cork gets old, it can crack. And if you have a thinner lubricant in there than this double-aught snapper, it's going to leak out. Well, my answer to that is same if your car's leaking oil. Put a new gasket on it. They're what? $3 or $4 a piece? A Saturday afternoon, you can open them two things up, put a new gasket on them, clean them out, fill them back up with 80-90 gear lube or whatever you want to put in them. I'm not telling you what to use. It won't leak anymore. Mine don't leak. I park mine in my garage. I don't leave my snapper outside like I've seen a lot of people do. Mine sits in the garage, and I never have an oil spot on the floor. The only time I'll get oil on the floor is when I tip it up on its back and I don't drain the oil out of the engine. Then it seeps out of the fill tube and it drips on the floor. But as far as the chain case or the differential leaking, I have never had a problem with that leaking. I guess typically because when I work on them and I take them apart, I always put new gaskets in them. Then I put the gear lube in it and it doesn't leak. So as soon as I can, I'm going to work through this list. If you have a particular problem you're having with your snapper and you'd like to see a video on how to fix it, put it in the, what do I want to do? If you have a video that you want done, send me an email. Don't put your suggestions in the comment section because I don't want everybody to see it. Send me an email to Jim's Fixit Shop. That's still online, it's still working. I will put it on this list and we will do it. But all your questions on how do I do this, or I put a new clutch disc on and it's still slipping, put them in the comments below. And I will answer them. Unless I get 300 in 3 days, it's going to take a while to get through them. So I guess that's it. And I'm going to get to work, and maybe tonight after dark I'll make a video. So until then, work safe, have fun, and I guess we're back online. Talk to you soon.